Hello besties, and welcome to your June 2023 Tarot and Oracle prediction video. This video is going to be focusing on your love life, your personal growth and experiences, as well as your finances. So how this is going to work is I want you to pick an emoji that is on the screen right now. Once you have made your decision, I want you to either check the description box or the pinned comment, and the timestamp for the emoji that you chose will be there, and I want you to go to that timestamp and that will be your reading for June. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with emoji number 1. Hello beautiful people who chose emoji number 1, and welcome to your reading. We are going to jump right into it and start with your love life. So in your love life, we have the Justice card, truth and clarity, and then we have isolation. So what I'm feeling from this is that you may have recently gotten out of a not so great relationship, or you may be in the mental process of preparing yourself to exit a relationship. But I feel like what's important is that you spend time by yourself. I feel like you're going to find a lot of clarity in your alone time. And what else I want to say is don't try to distract yourself by partying and being with a whole bunch of people all of the time. You know, it's great to have friends and family members and people in your life who help you heal and help you kind of not feel alone, but I feel like there's also an importance in finding the balance of spending time by yourself. And I feel like the month of June is just really going to help you come to terms with the fact that you can't control what anybody else does. You can't control if they're going to cheat on you, if they're going to lie, if they're going to love you the same way that you love them. And I feel like June is just going to be a month where you realize that. No matter how perfect of a partner you are, no matter how much you love somebody else, at the end of the day, as harsh of a reality as it is to come to, we cannot make people love us the same way that we love them. And I also want to say, no matter how controlling you are, no matter if you have your partner's passwords or, you know, you're with them all of the time, if they're going to cheat, if a person has ulterior motives, there's nothing that you can do to stop them. And I feel like you may have been in the past like, okay, well, what did I do wrong? What could I have done to have stopped them from doing this to me? And I want you to know that there's nothing you could have done. You were fine. You did great. You loved fully. And that person just couldn't love you the way that you were meant to be loved. And I feel like you're gonna learn to love yourself and learn to love being by yourself. Moving on to your personal growth and personal experiences, we have the King of Crystals, courage, commitment, and then we have creativity. So putting this all together, I feel like you're going to have the courage to commit to your creativity. I feel like there really is a creative endeavor that you have been wanting to get into, whether it's making a YouTube channel, whether it's starting an Etsy store and selling your paintings, whether it's going to different farmers markets and selling your jewelry, or whatever it is, there's something that you want to do to express yourself creatively, but I feel like you're just embarrassed. And this tiger right here does not get embarrassed, okay? And neither should you. I feel like June is going to be a month where you really give yourself over to your creative side and express yourself and post about it. Maybe you haven't really been posting about your creative endeavors because you don't think anybody cares, or you think people are going to make fun of you. I promise you there are people who care about your creative endeavors, and 99% of the time people are only worried about themselves. They're not worrying about what you do, and they're not going to take the time out of their day to make fun of you. And the people that do that, you don't need them. So I really want you to carry yourself confidently in the month of June and start posting your art or your tarot readings or whatever it is that you like to do. And lastly, for your finances, we have the Five of Shells, hope and readjustment, as well as happiness. I feel like this is just really positive. I definitely get the vibe of a new job with this readjustment keyword being here. You are adjusting to something different, something new, something fresh. I feel like you have this hope for life, this hope for staying in your career, this feeling that you finally found your career and your place in the world. And you're finally going to be happy to be doing your job. You're going to be happy to go to work. You're going to be happy to see your coworkers. And I definitely feel like you're going to be making a lot of money. You're going to be financially independent, financially stable, and obviously that's something that is really important for a lot of people. But not only are you going to be financially stable, you're going to be happy doing what you're doing. You're not just going to work just for a paycheck. You're going to actually be happy to be at work. And then for a surprise, we have the keyword for the month. We have the artichoke dragon with the keyword guarded. So what this could mean is that you have had your guard up for a long time. You haven't really shown people your true self. I feel like this goes hand in hand with this creativity aspect of things. Let your guard down a little bit, express yourself, show your true authentic self to the world. And that was your reading group number 1. I hope you enjoyed it. Hello, beautiful people who chose emoji number 2, and welcome to your reading. We are just going to jump right into the reading and start with your love life. So for the month of June, we have the Two of Crystals, balance and adaptability, as well as trust. I feel like this is indicative of you being able to trust again. I feel like in previous relationships you have been put through things that have given you quite a bit of trust issues, but I feel like in the month of June you're going to kind of come to an epiphany, like you can't control what other people do, and I feel like there's just going to be a healthy balance. And I feel like if you're not in a relationship, then the person you are going to enter a relationship with is going to help you do this. Or if you are in a relationship and you're still healing from previous ones, I feel like June is really the month where you put in the effort and you kind of learn how to do your own thing, let your partner do their own thing, and then when it's time for y'all to come together, you're happy. And then when y'all are apart, it's not like the end of the world. You're not catastrophizing, you're not making yourself sick worrying about what they're doing. There may have been some previous codependent habits where if you weren't with your partner, you kind of were incapable of doing things on your own. Well, you weren't, but you felt that way. I feel like June is going to be a month where you really break those codependent habits and you're going to be more adaptable to change. For example, if your partner is going out with their friends one night, you're not going to be like laying in bed, crying, worrying, stressed out. You're going to be doing your own thing, whether it's going out with your own friends, having a self-care night, watching some movies. You're just going to be by yourself and you're not going to worry. You're not going to catastrophize. I feel like there have definitely been some instances in the past where you have catastrophized, but I want you to know that you're okay. Your relationship is going to be okay, and it's really going to start with you doing some personal growth and personal healing. Moving on to personal growth and personal experiences, we have the Hanged Man, patience and perspective, as well as hunger. I feel like you have really been wanting one specific thing to happen, and you're kind of set in that idea like, okay, if this doesn't happen, there's no way that I'm not going to let this thing happen. Whether it's getting into a university, whether it's moving out by a certain date, you're dead set on one thing. Things will happen when the time is right, and if the one thing we have really been setting our minds to doesn't happen at the time we want it to, or doesn't happen at all, that doesn't mean that all of your hard work and all of your time was for nothing. I feel like June is going to be a month where you really have to change your perspective on things. I want you to know that right now it's okay to be in a transition phase. It's okay to be in a phase where there's either a lot of things that are happening at once or there's nothing that's happening at all. You know, you're kind of in the middle of things where you're wanting things to happen and you're putting in the effort, but you're not really seeing results, or maybe something is a waiting game that you just have to wait for. I want you to know that it's okay. It's okay to not be doing something all of the time. And I feel like June, regarding your personal growth, is going to be you really changing your perspective on things and realizing that patience is key in a lot of things. And if something isn't meant to be, then it's just not meant to be. And lastly, for your finances, we have the Seven of Feathers, preparation and resourcefulness, as well as confidence. I feel like this stems from an early age. I feel like you've had an idea of what saving money and what budgeting is at a very early age. Maybe when you've gone grocery shopping with your parents, they have stopped you from getting the name brand Pop-Tarts or the name brand cereal. You had to get Great Value kind, which I feel like the idea of saving money has been hammered into your head as a child, and I feel like you've carried that over into your adolescence and adulthood. I feel like you are somebody who is very well prepared for the future. You refuse to be someone who is not financially stable. You refuse to make moves without being 110% sure that you can afford things and that you will not struggle, and you have backup plan after backup plan after backup plan. And I feel like you are confident in this feeling, which you should be. You know, being well prepared and being a very resourceful person is very important, but I want you to know that in the month of June, you need to come to the realization that it's okay to treat yourself every now and then. It's okay to say yes to going out to brunch with your friends. Memories are so important. Memories with your friends, your family members, the people who you love in your life. Just be more open to being invited to things and be more open to buying something you've really been wanting for a long time. And surprise, we have one more card. This is going to be the key word for the month. We have the Strawberry Dragon Celebration. I feel like this literally goes hand in hand with your finances card. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate with your friends. Go out to eat. Buy yourself a new pair of shoes. You deserve to be celebrated, and you also deserve to enjoy celebrations. And that was your reading group number 2. I hope you enjoyed it. Hello, beautiful people who chose emoji number 3, and welcome to your reading. We are just going to jump straight in with your love life in June. We have the 4 of Crystals, Control, and Security, as well as the love card. I feel like this love card being here should just be such a positive sign for you. I love love, and I hope you love love too, and I hope you experience so much love in the month of June. But to go ahead and start the reading, I feel like this month is going to be you finally feeling secure in your relationship with this security keyword being here. You feel confident in showing your partner off. You feel confident in your partner's love for you. You feel confident that your partner is not going to be conniving and lying behind your back. Something you may have had to deal with in the past is planning for everything and asking to go on dates and asking to go do things and asking. It sucks to have to ask for everything in a relationship. You know, it's one thing for your partner to just not know about something, and then you communicate what you need, communicate what you want, and then they still don't put in any effort. And I feel like that's what you may have had to deal with in the past. But I feel like now, either the partner that you're currently with, or if you're not in a relationship, your next partner that may enter your life in the month of June is going to love you fully and unconditionally, and is going to want to get to know you and want to spoil you and take you out and do the things that make you happy. Something that just popped into my mind that is very specific but may apply to you. You may not like when your partner just says love you. You want the I part. You want I love you, not just love you. You know, it's little things like that. You know, you communicate that to your partner, and then they put in the effort to put the extra I in there. And I feel like that's what this partner is going to do for you. They're not going to be perfect, because nobody on this planet is perfect, but they're going to try. They're going to put in effort. And I feel like that's something that is really important and really matters. But overall, I feel like June is going to be very, very positive surrounding your love life. Moving on to your personal growth and personal experiences, we have the Star, Peace and Healing, and we have Flow. So I feel like during the month of June, you're going to learn to be at peace with the ups and downs of life. I feel like probably this past year up until now has been kind of full of really, really good ups, but a lot of really, really bad downs. And I feel like you're learning to take things with a grain of salt. You know, it's valid, and I think feeling things when they happen, feeling the way that they make you feel, whether it's good, bad, sad, angry, feeling your emotions fully, but not letting your emotions take over your everyday life. I want you to know that healing is not linear. Some days are going to be harder than others, but there are going to be some days that are a lot better than others. And like I said, June is just going to be you really learning to appreciate the ups and the downs, because without the downs, without the bad days, we would not know how to appreciate and really live the good days. I feel like you are a very quote-unquote sensitive person. I feel like sensitive has a negative connotation around it. I don't think it has any negative connotations around it. And if you've been called sensitive in the past, I don't want you to take that as a bad thing. I would actually take that as a compliment, because you are very in tune with your emotions and you don't hide your emotions or try to bury them. But something I do want to tell you is to not take things so personally. What other people do is not indicative of you as a person. It's not what you're lacking. It's not what you did or didn't do. What people do is completely up to them. It's their responsibility. It's not yours. One last thing that I want to say is this card obviously looks like water, and in this card we have water, so maybe in the month of June spending some time in a body of water. If you have a lake near you, of course be very careful, or if not, I'll tell you something. Yesterday me and my boyfriend went to Walmart and we literally got like a little $30 kiddie pool. And I am honestly really looking forward to that. If you live somewhere where you can't really go to a body of water and you don't really have a pool anywhere near you, try to go to the store and get like a little plastic pool and fill it up and put on a cute little bathing suit, get you a fun little drink like a lemonade or something, take you a book out there, something to do, and just really chill in the water and just feel the water move around you and just have fun and be calm. And lastly, for your finances, we have the Emperor, focus and stability, as well as mystery. So the vibe that I'm getting from this is that you have felt really unsure about the job that you're doing. You're like, okay, is this the job for me? Is there any chance to move up? Am I stuck here? Do I need to go somewhere else? But I feel like in the month of June, you are going to be promoted. The Emperor is somebody who is very authoritative and kind of gives me like CEO vibes, manager vibes. I feel like you're either going to be stepping into a management position at your job, or you are going to take the reins and take control of finding a new job that is going to give you the stability that you are so searching for. Maybe the job that you have now is part-time and you're really looking for full-time. I feel like June is just really going to consist of you taking authority over your finances and over your job and putting yourself first. And surprise, we do have one last card. This is going to be the keyword for the month. We have Zucchini Dragon, diversify. So what I get from this is trying new things, diversifying your life. June is going to be a month of change, of positive change. And that was your reading group number 3. I hope you enjoyed it. Alright besties, that is the end of the video. I want to thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed, and let me know down in the comments if your reading resonated with you. Feel free to check out some of my other videos. I have some tarot readings as well as some vlogs. And yeah, I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.